Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age. Today we will be doing, we'll be going to, I think Redcliffe. I think we should start at Redcliffe. Either that or the Dalish. Who knows? Actually, you know what? Let's do the Dalish first. They're funner. If you would just hurry up and load, please, that'd be great. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. Alrighty, this is where we are. A monumental task image for you. Gather an army large enough to battle the Darkspawn Horde. No matter of Terran Logain's betrayal. Alistair suggested that you gain the assistance of Al-Eamon, and can't read it. Just let's do that. Hello, doggies. Dog friends. Alright, we talked to everyone yesterday, so let's just head out, shall we? Can't find any skills yet. Doggo.
Indeed.
Mage. And...
Yes.
Yes.
Bastard.
That'll do. So. Actually, you know what? Let's go get another team member. Shall we? We're gonna go all the way over here, and then we'll go do the Dalish. Because this team member is really fun. Hi, Felix. Or, Felix? Felix, yep. I'll take some Death Root. Elf Root. Alright.
You'll
Hello.
have to forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not many people travelling in this part of Ferelden. Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do?
Part of your problem?
Well, yes. Oh, it's been quite the month. Allow me to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois, merchant and entrepreneur at your service.
I'm one of the Grey Wardens.
Grey Warden? That's quite impressive, isn't it? My word. I don't normally take this route, but with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither. Ugh, this trip has been one miserable disaster after another. I don't suppose you consider helping a fellow out?
Help a fellow out how?
Of all the other things that went wrong, the worst is this artifact I brought in Jada. It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, you could?
What's the catch?
Catch? Yeah, I suppose it is a catch, isn't it? The catch is that the golem didn't come with the rod. It's supposed to be down in a village down south, waiting to be activated. Even if I could get down there, which I can't, I understand the place has been overrun by Darkspawn. But you're a Grey Warden, however. Darkspawn aren't an issue for you, are they?
How much do you
Nothing.
want for it?
I just don't want to have to lug around something that might be taken for a gemstone by some bandit. To be honest, I don't even know if it'll be useful to you. I paid too much to simply throw it away.
Yeah, let's use
Just
it.
as well. As I mentioned before, you'll find the golem down south, in a town called Honleith. I'll mark it here on your map. Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf Gar. That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works.
If not, I'll be back.
Alright, well, oh, then I really hope it works. Best of luck to you then. Now, I guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
People are being so loud outside. Sheesh. Alright. Let's go to Honleif. Up. Random encounter. God damn it. Oh. Merchant. Ooh, merchant. Hello,
Coin,
Tegrin.
stranger. With Orzammar closed off, old Tegrin can give you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
Let's look at it. Do I have money? I have money. What can I use? Ooh. Well, let's go ahead and buy one of each. Actually, there we go. Dwarven longsword. 840, 240. Is that better than Oathkeeper? Yeah, no, it's not. Don't really need any. Oh. Yeah, I need. Let's do spirit resistance. Don't really need. Oh, well, I could use some of these. 83 silver for. Oh. Greater health pulses. Yeah, that'll do it. Buy some of those. Don't really need lesser lyrium potions, but I'll buy some because later on. Okay, lesser injury kits. We're gonna buy all of them. 1 point to spend on skill, but it's going to use afterwards. Yeah, well, you know. Sure, I'll meet you again sometime. Don't need any of these. I'll buy all of these though. Alright. Bye, Tegrin. It was nice to meet you. Now we are in Honlaith. Alright.
There! More of the fiends ahead!
You might want to get out of my way. Ow. Alright.
As you say, I shall
Kill everything.
It is begun. Very well.
You will learn to fear me.
I shall do it. Shall be done. It is begun.
There we go. They die now. If you would stop missing, that'd be great. Please, thank you very much.
I am done with that one.
Stop missing. Thank you. Don't miss that. Morgan, what are you doing? Not being useful. That's weird. I want that one. And shadow shot. There we go. Oof. That had to hurt. I'll take that. And that. Here. Alrighty. Olaf's chest. Don't have the key for that yet. Barrel. Fine. Take all the fire arrows I can get. Darkspawn hate fire. Which is kind of why I bought the fire crystal. Because it's going to be useful for our friend.
The Darkspawn have sensed us!
And more Darkspawn. Oh dear Jesus, that's a Harlock Alpha. Kill it now. Kill the Harlock Alpha now. Wait, where's my where's my dogs? Where's my wolf? Have I really gone this entire time without? That's a shame. I gotta remember to do that after every look. Get him! Go attack him, you fool! Alistair's dead.
Very well. I shall do it.
Alrighty. There.
Light-headed.
Take that. Alistair's now injured. Great. There's a laugh. Just now. Just loot everything. Just loot everything. Loot it all. All of it. All of it. There's the golem. Basket is almost empty. Most of the bird seed seems to have eaten by the birds. Hi, Shale.
What we are looking at is a golem. It would appear it is defunct, though there may be a way to revive it yet.
On closest check, you see the statue is embedded with numerous crystals, some of them cracked. It may be of dwarven make. Duluf Gar. Nothing happens. Apparently, the either on is not working or the code word is incorrect. Oh dear. Well, let's go back and get the. Sorry about that, guys. That yawn was terrible.
What now?
Just a surprised cheese nut. Didn't I just get a crystal that was lightning? Didn't I just, or did I buy the? Did I buy the fire one? I can't remember. Gosh, jeez, I suck. I bought the. Oh, so we have both now. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, so you can level, Morgan. I want you to level into more willpower and more magic. That's all you're useful for. I don't know what I want to put you as. I haven't thought of this yet. Rock armor, fire weapons. Actually, flaming weapons would be nice to deal with darkspawn. Yeah, let's get some fire in you. There we go. I'll make you a primal mage, considering you're a wilds person. Yeah, why not? I'll make Win, I'll make somebody else, our healer. Broken chest. Mine. A large chipped? That kind of makes what I just got useless, right? Oh, no. I can make it... Oh, okay. Go straight past it, John. That's a good idea. Alright, there we go. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing good today. I'll take that. Thank you.
Finished.
Short bow. Not useful right now. More darkspawn! Yay! Kill them all. And I forgot the goddamn summon again. Oh, wait. Not much to do about it. Not much to do about it now. Wow, that was a giant split thing. Oh well.
Another battle.
Wow. Man, Alistair, you're... Oh god. Please don't die, doggy. Please don't die, doggy. That would be very bad. Oh, yes, level up for the dog. That's what I need.
I am your death. Delightful. Begin the onslaught.
Okay then. There we go. All good now. We're all good now. Nobody's dying. Nobody's fucked. Let's level with the dog, shall we? More strength. More dexterity. Yes. Alright. He'll just be our powerhouse. Like, he'll be hard to hit and he'll be extremely strong.
I am done.
Heavy chainmail boots. Hey, Alistair. Do you have any good shit you can wear? Go ahead and put those on, buddy. You need as much armor as I can give you. You're getting screwed. You're dying so often. I don't really want to use all my healing stuff on you. I'll take that. Thank you. Oh dear God! Is that again? Oh, by the way, say hello to my little friend. Oh. Kill them! Kill them all! Murder them! Murder! Ow. And Alistair. I swear, being a tank, he's not good. Alistair, you are useless. Decades-old letter. Yeah, we can go ahead and read that, I guess. How many injuries do you have? Oh dear God in heaven. There's that. Upgrade that. Need it. Where's your tanky stuff? Shield wall. Now. Let's go. Oh God. Quest loot. Is there a decades-old note in here? Oh God. Notes. Ah. Madam, I can assure you that the Circle of Magi is not a sacrilegious institution, and that, indeed, we operate under the supervision of the Chantry. It would make our investigation of your husband's death much easier if you would simply cooperate with us. I'm disappointed to hear that you sold the Golem's activation rod. I understand both it and your husband were of invaluable aid to King Marek during the war against Orlais. Without the rod, we cannot discern whether Wilhelm's Golem was responsible for his murder. The Golem will simply have to remain where it is unless the villagers can find a means to destroy it. Our condolences to you and your son for your loss. I imagine it is of little consequence to you, but your husband is much admired here and will be missed. Maker keep you. First Enchanter Arlen. Hello.
By the Maker, we're saved.
You weren't sent by the ban, were you? To save us?
I doubt anyone thought you were still alive. I'm looking for whoever owned that statue outside.
The statue outside? Why would... Oh, I think I see. You bought the control rod, didn't you? You came here looking for Shale. That damnable golem brought us nothing but trouble. My mother sold the rod years ago after it killed my father, and good riddance.
Killed your father? What do you mean?
My father's name was Wilhelm. Mage to the Isles of Redcliffe and a hero in the war against Orlais. And what did he get? One day, my mother found him outside the tower, with so many broken bones she could barely recognize him, and Shale standing over him, just like it is now. My father deserved better than that. But if you really want to wake Shale up, well, it's yours now.
Except the rod doesn't work. Nothing happens.
My mother might have passed along the wrong command phrase when she sold the rod. She said she never wanted to see Shale active again. Look, I'll tell you the command phrase, but I'll need your help first. I know you already saved my life, and I'm grateful, but my daughter is inside the laboratory. She was afraid and ran too far in before I could stop her. I don't know how she made it past my father's defenses. One of the men tried to go after her. He was killed, but you could find her, couldn't you?
What killed the man sent
There are
after her?
defenses my father put down here to keep strangers out. I knew about the barrier. I had the key for that, but the rest of it, well, we never came down here. Ever.
How do you even know she's still
I
alive?
don't, it's true. I'm terrified that something's happened to her and she's lying in there, injured. I can't leave here until I know for certain. Surely you can understand that.
How about you tell me the phrase now?
And then what will happen to Amalia? No, I won't tell you. I don't care what you do. If you want that bloody golem, then find my little girl.
Brave man. Fine, I'll see what I can do.
Will, thank the Maker. My father's laboratory is just past the next area, I think. She has to be there.
Alright, let's go save this guy's daughter. My wolf's still active? It is. Good. Okay. F3, L3. There we go.
Shall be done.
Hello, evil spirits of doom.
You will learn to fear me.
Alistair, please, for the love of God, don't die. I know you're weak as fuck, but please don't die. Kinda need you alive. We're all doomed. Oh god. Alistair. What did I just say? Don't die. I know you're injured as hell, but don't die. I need you alive. Journal of Enchanter Wilhelm. We'll read that in a second. Injury kit. Okay, so let's go read. Come on, there we go. 13th Plutanus. The interrogation of the demon is going well, and is rather fascinating, provided that what it is saying is true. I've sent all my research so far to the first enchanter Arden, and while he is concerned about my safety, he does not think there is a reason to stop just yet. All I hope is that the Templars do not discover what I am doing. How will we ever find another way to deal with demonic possession if the Chantry does not let us research it? 20th of Eluviesta. Young Matthias nearly wandered down here again today, and this time I forgot to leave the barrier. 1 second, guys. I believe I will key the defenses to ignore anyone of my blood. I would rather have the boy stumble into the laboratory than have him killed by my forgetfulness. Poor lad, all he wants is to know why his father spends so much time beneath the tower. I'll spend more time with him soon, I swear it. 28th of Eluviesta. Shale is acting strangely. I wonder if I should discontinue my experiments upon it. I am so near a breakthrough, I am certain. Perhaps it is best if I focus on the demon. 2nd of Maternalis. The demon almost managed to get away again. Tricky. I shall have to be more careful. Young Eamon sent a letter asking me to return to Redcliffe. I shall have to consider it soon. The 11th of Maternalis. Could it be? What an intriguing discovery. Especially considering that the demon was determined to keep me from it at all costs. Or did it lead me to that information by seeming to deny it from me? I must discover the truth. 19th of Umbriala. I think it is time to dismiss this demon. It is too dangerous for me to continue holding it, and I cannot discount the possibility that it is having some influence over the golem. Or is it my experiments? I will try to deactivate Shale for the time being, and then deal with the demon once and for all. Let it end here. There are no further entries. I don't think I've... We'll go through and read everything that I miss after I finish the game. I'll go ahead and take some of that, and more crystals. Mine.
What do you mean you've never climbed a tree?
Alrighty, what do we got here?
Oh, look, someone's come to play. You have come to play, haven't you? We're playing a guessing game. It's better with more people.
Good, you're safe. Your father was worried.
Father? Oh, you can tell him I'm fine. Maybe he'll come and stay with us, too. Anyway, you should go if you're not going to play. Kitty finds you distracting.
Sure, let's leave. You can bring
I
the cat.
can't go. Kitty says she can't come, and I'm not leaving her. She'd be lonely.
I would not suggest leaving in such hostile company anyhow, Amalia. Look how they act.
That's not really a cat, is it? Let's step away from that creature.
No, leave
Get away
me
from it.
alone. Kitty!
Nothing you say will convince Amalia to go with you. She loves only me now. I am her friend, while you are just a stranger.
A stranger who finds you very interesting.
Hear that, Amalia? I have another admirer.
That's because you're wonderful, Kitty.
I have been bound to this chamber for decades, cut off from all contact. It has been maddening. Release me, mortal, and let me have the girl. Let us return to her father and leave this place forever.
Let you have the girl. You mean
That's such
possess
a
her?
crude way of putting it. I do not wish to harm Amalia. I merely want to see your world through her eyes. Is that so wrong?
I'll free you, and you can have the girl. We'll persuade and lie.
Thank you. You are very gracious. The mage's wards hold me within this chamber, and only a mortal may approach them. There is a trick to disarming the wards, but I do not know it. Perhaps you will succeed where the girl failed.
Oh, this is so exciting. Kitty is going to be free. I've always wanted a cat, and Kitty is so perfect and pretty.
I am still trapped. What is the matter?
I've changed my mind. Instead, you die.
Kitty!
You will not take the child from me. She shall be mine forever.
Oh dear. Hello, Desire Demon. I don't care what you roll. I'm sure there's a way to save it. I don't really know. Goodbye. Alharley, Port of Shattered Dreams. Yep. Well, Amelia's dead. I'll just tell me she was killed by a demon. If I remember correctly, yep, there it is.
Very well.
Stun does not work on the stage. I gotta remember that. I keep forgetting. Oh well, let's go.
As you say.
Hey guys, you need to get up over here. If I die, I'm going to be very upset with you. Alrighty. Up. Hey
What
dude,
happened
your daughter's
Is
dead.
she in there? Why hasn't she come back?
I'm sorry about that, ass. She's dead.
Dead. Oh, my poor butterfly. Thank you for finding her, at least. I'm grateful. The phrase to activate Shale is Dulan Han. If you still want that bloody thing. I wouldn't if I were you. Now I guess I'll go.
Yay! Well, we stopped the demon at least. That's good. Large chip nature crystal. Awesome. Let's go activate our next party member. Shale! I can switch her out for Alistair. Because you'll find out very quickly I don't like Alistair. I don't think anybody likes Alistair. Well, I'm sure there's gotta be someone who likes him, but I sure as hell don't. He's like Caden from Mass Effect. Boring, uninteresting, and just annoying. She, however, is very interesting and fun. Dulan Han.
I knew that
Hi,
the day
Shale.
would come when someone would find the control rod. And not even a mage this time. Probably stumbled across the rod by accident, I suppose. Typical.
And how do you know I'm not a mage?
Thinks these crystals are simply for show, I see. Huh. I stood here in this spot and watched the wretched little villagers scurry around me for, oh, I have no idea how long. Many, many years.
And the villagers had no idea they were being watched. Creepy.
Then one wonders that you wouldn't be grateful to the one who allowed you to stretch your legs, Gollum.
Another mage, I see. Charming. I was just beginning to get used to the quiet, too. Tell me, are all the villagers dead?
Not all of
Some
them.
got away, then. How unfortunate.
You didn't care for them, I take it.
Familiarity breeds contempt, as they say, and after 30 years as a captive audience, I was as familiar with these villagers as one could possibly be. Not that I wish their fate on them, no. But it did make for a delightful change of pace.
Did you watch the attack?
Not as much as it would think. There was running and screaming, and then days and days of watching the Darkspawn prowl around. I would never have thought there could be something less interesting than the villagers, but there it was. Well, go on then. Out with it. What is its command?
Do you have a name?
Perhaps. I may have forgotten after all the years of being called Gollum. Gollum, fetch me that chair. Do be a good Gollum and squash that insipid bandit. And let's not forget, Gollum, pick me up. I tire of walking. It does have the control rod, doesn't it? I am awake, so it must.
Is something
I
wrong?
see the control rod, yet I feel... Go on, order me to do something.
Fine. Attack Alistair.
And, nothing. I feel nothing. I feel no compulsion to carry out its command. I suppose this means the rod is... broken?
Shouldn't you be happy about that?
I suppose if I can't be commanded, this means I have free will, yes? It is simply, what should I do? I have no memories beyond watching this village for so long. I have no purpose. I find myself at a bit of a loss. What about it? It must have awoken me for some reason, no? What did it intend to do with me?
I don't intend to do anything with you.
Ah, how unexpected, yet refreshing. I suppose I have two options, do I not? Go with it or go elsewhere? I do not even know what lies beyond this village.
Are you going to keep calling me
Yes,
it?
very likely.
What do you want to do?
I watched this village for so long, unable to move or act. My memories of anything before are vague at best. So I have no idea what I want to do. I'm glad to be mobile. Is that not enough?
You killed your former master.
Did I? I remember that I had a former master. The mage with the furry brows who poked and prodded and barked orders. Did I kill him? I hope I did kill him. Perhaps the last order he barked was, "Gollum, stop crushing my head." Ah!
I noticed you didn't call him it.
Yes, I'm just funny that way.
How do I know you can be
I have
trusted?
no idea. How does it trust anything else without a control rod? They haven't
Good
killed
point.
it yet. I consider this a good sign.
You're welcome to come with me.
Are you certain you want to bring that thing with us? It could be dangerous and large.
Think of it as a portable battering ram.
Good point. Better it than me, anyhow.
I will follow it about then. For now. I am called Shale, by the way.
I'm Azrael. Pleased to meet you.
This should be interesting.
Yay! Goodbye, Alistair. Hello, Shale. Alrighty, let's equip you. Okay, well, you already auto-equipped something. Okay. Let's give you a fire crystal. Let's just make you completely orange and resistant to fire. Or nature damage. Let's do that for now. You don't need anything. I do. 2 strength, dexterity, and attack. Jesus fucking Christ, it's beastly. Okay. Helm of Unleaf. Is that heavy armor? It is a heavy armor. God damn. +2 to all attributes and armor. Hey, I know who I'm saving that for. I'll go back to camp. Trying to equip somebody. Shale, our new friend. Oh, I can level up. That's good. Let's just keep. Well. Yeah, let's start putting some points into strength so I can start wearing some better armor. More lockpick. Yes. He does not like birds. Alright, well, first off, we're going to camp. Let's see if there's anything with the doggy. Pet. Shell, where are you? There you are.
I see it found some augmentation crystals. I was not even aware it knew about them. Well done. So, what does it think? They don't make me look any wider, do they? I find I'm already too wide as it is.
No, they're quite slimming.
It must be the vertical pattern it put them in. Did it know to do that? It must have. I think it should find some more as soon as possible. I want to glitter from ear to ear, so to speak.
What's with the heavy sighs?
That. Merely reflecting on the hopeless nature of the task in front of it. The most likely outcome is that it and its companions will become a stain on some rock for the Darkspawn to tread upon. I shall be moved to a single tear by the tragedy.
I don't think our chances are so bad.
Oh, how adorable. Such hope is sweet to see, if a bit alarming. What's that? Did it hear flapping wings? There may be pigeons nearby. We should be alert.
Yeah, Shell really hates birds. I would have expected golems to be different.
Different than what? Different than a statue? Different than a log? Should I talk in a monotone? Yes, Master, I exist to serve the Master. I shall kill for the Master and only for the Master. Perhaps it expected me to have a booming voice. Recite limericks. I can recite limericks, if it likes.
Are they dirty limericks?
Mostly they involve slaughtering pigeons in creative and invasive manners. I have never met another golem. I have no idea what one might be like, or why I wouldn't be like them. Why? Has it met other golems? Did they not sound as I do?
I have no idea what golems sound
I
like.
don't know what other golems might be like, but I am already superior by virtue of my free will. This is a good thing.
I agree. Being golem would be handy.
Imagine the benefits. No need to eat or sleep or perform other functions. Walk underwater, crush the heads of every opponent. The possibilities are limitless. Barring the occasional 30 years or so of paralysis, there's little to compare. Now stop talking so much. The wagging of its moist little tongue is distracting.
I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
Nope, not right now. You watch the village day and night for years?
I do not sleep, so yes. And I thank it for reminding me. Try to imagine, if it will, what it would be like to be surrounded by nothing but boring peasants, all oblivious to it.
Oh, I'm sure it was more interesting than that.
Oh, yes. It certainly was the height of intrigue to listen to the accounts of how young Dornan had scandalized the village by his purchase of an Orlesian hat. And the argument that those two muddy farmers had over the price of barley for a whole summer. Riveting. And then there were the birds. A whole village full of pigeons and ravens and sparrows all perching on me day in and day out.
Sounds a little messy.
Those foolish villagers would spread birdseed near me, drawing the birds, because they thought having birds perch on me was quaint. Quaint! If there hadn't been the occasional kind soul to scour me clean, I don't care to discuss this anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't have better things to do.
You don't seem to like humans much. We have that in common.
That is true. I do not. I'm not interested in getting into a discussion on the subject, If it is done asking overly obvious questions, let us find some humans to throw off a cliff or something.
Sounds fun.
It doesn't
Alright.
have better things to do.
How did you end up in Honley?
Yes, that I remember quite well. My former master, the Mage Wilhelm, he brought me. As I recall, he had acquired some position with whatever lord ruled the land. I, being little more than a glorified possession at the time, was brought along. Oh, how he enjoyed impressing the villagers with me. Gollum snarl at that villager there, be fearsome. And of course, I would have to do it.
You didn't like this Wilhelm, I
He
take
did
it.
love using that control rod. Fondled it so much, his wife actually threatened to throw it in the lake. Ha! I would have liked to have seen that. Which reminds me, where did it find the rod? Did it pay a great deal for it?
Wilhelm's wife sold it, I believe.
Hag.
I would have thought you enjoyed
I
scary
happily
humans.
stomped them all into paste, and then ripped down their little houses and stomped on them, too. In fact, after 30 years of watching them, I'd do it twice. What I didn't like was being ordered to do it. Dangled in front of those frightened morons like some scary thing. Once I was a statue, it took those villagers years before they'd even approach me. The first one to actually work up the nerve to touch me, urinate self. Ugh.
Why are you out in front of the tower?
That is where Wilhelm kept me. He wanted me out in the open where I could be frightening like a scarecrow. I was supposed to watch for thieves. Pah! Plus, his wife didn't want me indoors. She said there wasn't room for me. Hag.
His wife?
I was once larger, 10 feet tall. Then the loathsome hag complained that I couldn't fit through the doors. So the mage had me shrunk down. Can it believe it? And she still wanted me out.
How does someone shrink a
With a
golem?
chisel. And a lot of nerve.
Do you remember anything before
I
Honley?
traveled with the mage. He did a lot of traveling, I remember that. But where we went, it is rather fuzzy. I remember great battles, fighting many humans long ago. They were all very soft and squishy. And before that, No, there are only images. I was somewhere dark.
Just how old are you
I
exactly?
have no idea. Wilhelm used to brag that the dwarves stopped making golems centuries ago. I do not age as you soft creatures do. Sadly, my memory is no better. Plus, I get bored and stop paying attention.
I'm done asking about that,
Good.
but interesting.
I was just about done talking about it. It does like to have a good chat now and again, doesn't it?
Okay.
It doesn't have
Let's
better
see if we
things
can
to
ask him
do.
anything else. How did Wilhelm come to acquire
That
you?
part I know, as Wilhelm often bragged about it to whomever was willing to listen to him. He claimed to have found me in the deep roads. I was in the ruins of a Tig, he said, deactivated, with my control rod not far away.
What was Wilhelm doing in the deep
It
roads?
was a hobby of his, scavenging. One of the reasons he traveled so much is that he was looking for entrances into the deep roads, old places the dwarves had long forgotten. And then he would sneak down and search for magical treasure, before anyone was the wiser.
Wouldn't that have been dangerous?
Indeed. He had spells that allowed him to remain hidden and move quickly, but he had no defense against the Blight and worried constantly that he would get sick. If any Darkspawn showed themselves, he fled. More often, he would have to fight other scavengers, dwarves who had become tainted. In the end, it killed him. I mean, he found me there, right?
You don't know why you were
I
there?
think I remember a battle. It was long before, and then there was darkness. In short, no. I do not remember why I was there. It makes no difference.
Do you know where in the deep roads this
No,
was?
that secretive bastard refused to tell me. I would ask and ask, but no. He used to say that one day, if I were compliant and didn't talk back at his wife, he would take me there and I could look around myself. Rotten, lying bastard. If I had his head in my hands now, I would squeeze it like a giant lemon. Squish.
So if he hadn't found you...
I wouldn't have had to put up with the twit, and I would be none the wiser. I don't think I was aware while I was there. Not like in the village. Or perhaps I was. Perhaps that was the dark place, and I simply couldn't see anything. How long could even I sit in the darkness and stare out at nothing, never sleeping? Oh, I do not wish to think of that.
Let's move
on then.
Yay, minor strengths. We get more things.
It doesn't have better things to do.
I'm told you killed your former master.
Did I not already tell it that I do not remember doing such? I remember having a master. My memories of what happened to him are vague.
Vague, but not non-existent.
Clever and true. Oh, very well. Let me see what I can recall. My former master enjoyed experimenting upon me. I remember that much. There was tinkering with spells, and then the crystals. He was very eager to alter my function, I think.
Alter you? Why? You're fine as you are.
Flattery. And obvious flattery, too. I feel warm and fuzzy inside. He possessed my control rod, and back then, it would have prevented me from doing anything he did not command me to, no matter how I might have wished to. So what happened? I am unsure. He was experimenting, and then nothing.
So he hit the kill me button by accident?
Ho, ho, ho. It does like to laugh, does it? But who knows? I may have such a thing. And then he was gone. I was standing where I was, in the village, and I could no longer move. The villagers came, poked and prodded me in fear, and then realized they could neither move me nor destroy me. So they simply left me. And in time, I forgot I hadn't stood there all along.
That must have been terrible, I'm sorry.
In fact, at first, I found it more of a relief. For so many years, I'd had to leap to that little toadstool's every command. Get this, pick up that, put it down, pick it up again. The gall! At first, I'd hoped he'd simply decided to leave me there paralyzed. An acceptable trade-off. After years passed, I simply stopped caring.
Sounds like you had a good rest.
I think I was ready to move on. Another few years and the moss would have covered my face. And then where would I have been? Whatever the mage did seemed to render the control rod useless. For which I should be thankful, yes? And provided it doesn't decide to copy his experiments, not that I would allow it, it has nothing to fear from me. Much.
Sounds good to me.
The things that it fights, and it fights things often, that is a different story. Let us get back to the walking and the fighting. My stone is beginning to itch again.
Well, we have a
I've watched
couple
lot of
more
humans
things
in
we
my
should
time.
ask you.
It should be aware that I have decided that it is not much like any of them.
Maybe because I'm not
Oh,
human?
it's not just that. Well, I'm sure that's part of it, but it's not only that. Surely it must come from some superior lineage, yes? Some breed of flesh creature that has decided to elevate its genetic stock above its natural shortcomings?
There's a backhanded compliment in there somewhere. Sure, we alienage elves are just better that way.
That must be it. The humans have always spoken about elves being inferior, but obviously this is their own stupidity talking. I would appreciate if it didn't spread around that I said anything. Humans might start to get the wrong idea. They might start thinking their race is not completely hopeless.
And we wouldn't want that.
Indeed. Can it imagine the horror? Oh. Now, let us crush something into a fine paste before it starts to think I've gone all soft. Perish the thought.
I like Shale a
It
lot.
speaks. It doesn't
I have
have
some
better
questions.
things to do.
Are those
I like to
crystals?
think of them as accessories.
But what do they do?
I suspect that it is an art that was practiced when golems were more, commonplace. My former master collected whatever lore he could find on the subject. He searched far and wide to collect what crystals he could and then added them. It is not an unpleasant sensation.
So they're
As
decoration?
I understand it, the crystals allow me to alter the flow of magic around me. Wilhelm had hoped to turn me into a battery of mana, something he could tap at will.
That sounds like an excellent
I'm
idea.
so glad it thinks so. Some of the crystals increase the presence of mana, some absorb or reflect spells. There are various kinds. All I can promise is that should it ever find one of these crystals, I can likely tell it the function and what it would do if added to me.
Would you be... I don't want to take advantage,
Why
Shale.
not? I don't get to wear clothing and other adornments like the rest of you creatures after all. That answers its question, I assume? Unless it has more.
Nope,
Better
no
to
more
save
questions.
them for the next random stranger it decides to interrogate. Let us leave now.
Okay. Alright, I believe we can level... Okay, good. Where's Sten? Take the helm of Honleaf, Sten. There you go. Alright, you... Actually, I can't even wear this yet. But Liliana can. She can actually wear splint mail. Goddamn. Okay. There. Fucking gonna have to take her with me one of these days. What does she look like in Oh god. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Liliana, you're an archer, so I'm going to give you a bow. Just, yeah. Don't kill anyone yet. Alright. Alistair, let's give you Oathkeeper. You deserve it. Have anything else I can give you? No? Okay. And then there's me. Then there's me with nothing really impressive. Okay. I need to find a reskill. Like, soon. Now, where is the things where it says what I can have? Yeah, because it raised my constitution, my dexterity's fine, strength is getting up there. Damn. Okay. Good. Good.
You and your friends are
Hold
formidable
on.
folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be...
Let me see where I was. I need to sell some things. This. Keep those. I don't know what I'll need. Sell these. Keep those. I don't need two of them. Did I just sell both of them? God damn it. I want one back. Thank you. Ugh. Code of Shattered Dream. Plus 3 fire 10 mental. Oh, it's a restriction of mage. Okay. Dalish Hunter Belt. Regeneration. Monetary gain. 2 range crit chance. Don't need it. 5 fire damage. Don't need any of those right now. I'll buy some more later. Buy some more health potions because we need all of the ones we can get. Buy more of these. Buy more of these. 1 point. Where's like the reskill books? I can swear there's at least one in here. There's gotta be at least one. Alright. I don't think I can talk to anybody else about anything new.
Yes?
Oh,
What's on your mind?
Oh, there are. Why did you decide to come
My
to
mother
Ferelden?
was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
What happened to your mother?
Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecily let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother.
Do you remember nothing of your mother?
Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andrastis Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on. Yes? Something in... Yes? What's on your mind?
Do you miss anything about
I
Orlais?
miss Val Royeaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Val Royeaux was her own person, and her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Val Royeaux, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses. And always, floating above that all, the chant, coming from the Grand Cathedral. It was magnificent.
It sounds wonderful.
Oh, it would take me a day or two to talk about the many splendors of Orlais, her golden fields, her lush meadows. Of course, there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes I miss it dearly, and sometimes I'm glad I'm rid of it. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais.
What sort of things?
Dresses, fine dresses and furs, and shoes, of course. One can't mingle with nobility with bad shoes, you see. Orlais is very fashionable, almost ridiculously so. But the shoes, living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
What's so special about shoes?
Well, they're shoes. They're pretty. Some of them anyway. When I left Orlais, the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon, perhaps, or embroidery. In soft colors, of course. It was spring.
Hello, Durin. Thank you for hosting. Wouldn't that be hard to walk in?
I wouldn't want to run in it, or have to enter battle, but for lounging in a lady's sitting room? Perfect. The shoes made in Orlais were exquisite. Not at all like these clunky fur-lined leather boots you have in Ferelden. Ugh, just look at them.
Let's flatter her. You don't need fancy shoes to make you beautiful.
Thank you. It's kind of you to say so, even wearing these mud-covered horrors. They're sturdy shoes, but sometimes a girl just wants to have pretty feet. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day, but we have things to do, don't we?
Well, speaking of shoes... Hey, Liliana, I have something for you.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
What else does she like? She likes... Andraste.
That's a wonderful thought.
I
don't know what to say.
And painting of the Rebel Queen. She likes that. So, there we go.
Did you
Alright, minor
learn
cunning.
Elinit? Was it very terrible?
I had my family. There was joy there too. Until a human Arl decided to try
That
and
is
fuck
good
my
to
wife.
hear. I have never been to the Denerim Elinit.
So I killed him.
But I hear that life is hard, and there is so much squalor. In Orlais, most elven servants live in the homes of their masters, often in great wealth and luxury.
I'd rather live free and squalor than be a
They are
slave.
serfs. There is no slavery in Orlais.
I see.
Elven servants are well compensated for their services. Some of them live richer lives than humans. A well-trained elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. They are nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at.
So I should, so I should offer myself some Orlesian noble?
No, I did not mean it that way. Oh, my words were clumsily chosen. I did not mean to offend. I am sorry.
I am elven, but more than that, I'm a person.
Of course. I am sorry if I implied otherwise. Thank you. You have given me a lot to think about.
Good.
Yes? Something you need? Yes?
Let's talk.
What's on your mind?
I'm going to
Of course
fucking...
I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Alright.
Chantry lore says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
You know, I've always wondered, what do the Darkspawn eat when they're just underground? Are they cannibals or what? Because, they can't get flesh all the time. Know any stories from Orlais?
Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite tale of Aveline, the Knight of Orlais.
Ah, that sounds
A
interesting.
long time ago, a girl child was born to a farmer. He had hoped for a son, not a daughter, and so he told his wife to abandon the child in the woods. Before the cold could claim her, the baby was found by a tribe of Dalish elves who took pity on the poor mewling thing and raised her as their own. Aveline, for that is what they called her, grew strong and quick and clever under the guidance of the elves. She learned to wield a sword as well as any man, could kill a deer with an arrow at 100 paces, and was as graceful on the back of a horse as she was on foot.
Continue, please.
Aveline's Dalish
Hello,
guardians
everyone.
saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier in battle, and wanted to show the cruel humans the child they had left to die. They bestowed upon her a fine horse and armor, and sent her to prove herself to her people in the Grand Tourney. Now in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the Grand Tourney, but Aveline kept her helmet on and was not discovered.
Did she win?
Aveline won many events and gained the approval of the adoring crowd. Eventually, she came face to face with the knight Kaleva in the Grand Melee. Aveline had already bested him in the joust, and Kaleva was determined not to lose a second time. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Kaleva tripped Aveline and tossed her to the ground, ripping off her helmet as he did so. Silence fell upon the arena as Aveline was revealed. Kaleva declared the previous competitions invalid. A woman had taken part, and this was not allowed. But the crowd cheered for Aveline. Kaleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman and was now being shamed. Blinded by his rage, he forced Aveline to her knees. "Know your place, woman," cried he, and slit her throat.
That's
The
terrible.
son of the king, Prince Freyan, was present. He recognized Aveline's skill and bravery and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Orlais so that women could also become chevalier. He honored Aveline and knighted her after her death. And to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Aveline the Brave, for she is the patron of all women chevalier.
Do you know any Ferelden legends?
I know one, told to me by my mother a long time ago. It always chilled me to the bone. Maybe you have heard of Flemeth?
Yeah, Morgan's mother's named that.
Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? Flemeth, the devourer of men? Flemeth, mother of witches? Flemeth, demon-touched, who dwells in the mists?
She didn't really introduce herself as such.
Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They say that if you're bad, Flemeth will spirit you away and bind you to her forever. They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass if she catches you.
Tell me the whole story.
Flemeth's beauty was known throughout the land. She had hair like unto a moonless night, skin as pale as winter's first snow, and eyes as beautiful and perilous as the sea. When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Highever, Conobar, and he took her for his wife. Conobar soon learned that his young bride had the gift of magic. He kept this a secret, for he feared that she would be taken from him. Flemeth stayed with Conobar for some years, and with his blessing, she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice, and he by her beauty, and they fell in love.
What happened then?
Flemeth longed to be with her true love, and she and Osen fled from Conobar's lands, seeking refuge in the Kokari wilds with the Chasing tribes. They lived there happily for many a year, till the day Flemeth received news that Conobar was dying and longed to see her face one last time. Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for the man who once was her husband, and begged Osen to return to Conobar's side with her. But when Flemeth and Osen entered Highever, they were captured by Conobar's men, and Osen was slain in front of Flemeth's eyes. Flemeth was imprisoned in the highest tower of the castle, there to await Conobar's judgment on her. Distraught at the loss of her love, Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. She summoned a fey demon, intending for it to wreak vengeance on Conobar. But a spell went awry. The demon possessed Flemeth. Turning her into an abomination, the halls of the castle ran red with blood as Flemeth slaughtered Conobar and all his men. The last of Flemeth's humanity melted away, and at dawn, she stole back to the wilds to plot and scheme for 100 years. They say she took to her side many Chasing men, and with their help, begat her daughter witches, who even now prowl the dark places of the Kokari wilds.
There's another story I
Which
wanted to
one?
hear. Do you know anything about the Dalish?
I have heard a little about how the elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, the elves joined her cause to fight their masters. The great elven leader, Shatan, born in captivity, rose up to lead his people. He foresaw a future where the elves were free. Shatan was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free of the Imperium. The elves claimed the Dales in the south and settled there in the land of their own.
It didn't last.
The elves lived in the Dales for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of no chantry. This angered the chantry, and the hostility between the two factions finally broke out in open war. The chantry says the elves struck first, but I do not know whether to believe it. The chantry declared a wholly exalted march against the elves, named for Andraste's similar march against Tevinter. During the exalted march of the Dales, the elven cities were sacked, and the elven state completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fates and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens. But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became homeless wanderers. They were the elves of the Dales, the Dalish.
Yeah, isn't that always things with churches, though? Crusades, inquisitions, things like that. They don't really like anything that's against them. So fuck them.
Andraste was the Maker's chosen. The Maker had long since abandoned the world when the sound of her singing turned his ear. Beauty, grace, and wisdom enraptured him, and he offered to take her from this flawed world to become his divine bride. But Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him. Instead, she beseeched the Maker to return to his people once more. So earnest was her plea that the Maker was moved and promised that he would create a paradise on earth if all abandoned their false gods and turned once more to him. And this is why Andraste began her exalted march on the idolaters of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemies. Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her victories converted many to the worship of the Maker.
How did Andraste die?
Alas, it was the frailties of men that betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly husband, Maferath, a chieftain of the Alamari tribes himself, grew jealous as his wife's popularity and influence overshadowed his own. She was also revered as the Maker's betrothed, and Maferath began to see their own bond waning in significance as Andraste became ever more devoted to the Maker of Tevinter, allowing his beloved Andraste to be ambushed and captured, and draw the stake in Minrathous, the capital of Tevinter.
Why did the Maker not save her with his power?
I have thought on this too. Did he withdraw his sight from her at that moment? Where were all the powers he bestowed upon her? This question has many times, and I have no answer. Perhaps there was no way for Andraste to return to the Maker but through her death. We will never know for sure.
Yeah, the story of Andraste kind of reminds me of, a little overlaps with Joan of Arc. Which was, if you don't know about Joan of Arc, look it up. It's actually very interesting tale.
Yes. I am hardly
I have a question.
surprised.
Why did you come to Ferelden? What was the
Were you
answer?
not at Ostagar when the army was overwhelmed? That is your answer.
Why would the Kunari care about the Blight?
Why do you?
I'm a Grey Warden. It's my job.
Exactly. You don't ask, nor do I. The Arashok sends me and I go.
Don't you have to report back
Yes.
then? When are you gonna do that?
Never. I cannot go home.
Well, you can stay with
Thank
us.
you. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
I wanted to discuss
Speak
something you
then.
mentioned.
Then I suggest
Okay,
we move
well, there's not really. What were you doing in that
Sitting,
cage?
as you observed. Thank you.
Very funny. Are you gonna answer my... You don't like me much, do
Warden,
you?
If I truly disliked you, I would leave. That I am still here, you may interpret however you choose.
Are you gonna answer my question?
I did. Parshera, was there anything else? As you wish.
Let's go. 23? Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, fine, whatever.
What do you need? Ask away.
Let's ask. Yeah, okay, you don't have anything. Okay. Alright. One last person to talk to, and then we shall go and talk to the Dalish. Which was my original plan, and then I got distracted with Shale and talking to everybody.
Yes?
Which is unfortunate, but it's something that's
So,
always in the game.
Full of questions, are you?
Okay, you don't have anything to talk about. Alright, let's go. I already sold everything I didn't need. Equipped everybody. I'm just saving a couple daggers for myself for when I find that reskill. Alright. Doggo, Shale, and Morrigan. Let's go. We are going to the Brazilian outskirts to see the Dalish. Oh, bandits. Wait, is this the bandit one where we get... No, I think it's just regular. Oh! Oh my god, I'm dead. Okay. What? Oh dear. Please die. Please die. Please die. Let's get him, Shale. Shale, don't die. You dare hit Shale.
I suppose that could have been worse.
Okay. That... Morgan, really? Come on. What the fuck? Out of the trap. There you go. Okay. I have 27 of them. Yeah, should be fine. Alright, let's go. That was, interesting. Hang on. Let's go. Hello, Dalish friends. How
Hold,
are
outsider. You may be of my kind, but you are not Dalish. Why are you here?
I have business with your leader.
And what business is that?
I am a Grey
Not
Warden.
a lie that many would attempt. I will bring you to the Keeper then, and he can decide if your business...
Thank you. Hello, Zathrian.
I see we have guests.
Lovely. It's a whole colony.
And a hound amongst them. As if we haven't had enough problems with such creatures. Who are these strangers?
Hey, you be nice to my dog.
I have precious little patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
This one claims to be a Grey Warden and wishes to speak with the clan. I thought it best to leave the decision to you.
That was wise of you. Masiranus Mithra, you may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
Bye.
Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am Zathrian, the keeper of this clan. Its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are?
My name is Azrael. Pleasure to meet you.
If you came to bring news of the Blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not. I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me.
They got fucked up.
The clan came to the Brazilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us. And though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with all our magic and healing skill, we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped. But we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry.
Why did they attack you?
They are savage and unrelenting. They need no reason to attack anyone. What is curious, however, is the ambush. We expect werewolves to be no more cunning than a rabid wolf. The ambush suggests a level of intelligence we've never seen before.
Maybe they aren't as unintelligent as you think.
I doubt that. The very curse that is in their blood fills them with an unreasoning rage that precludes any true thought.
Is there no way to help your men?
The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself. And that would be no trivial task to retrieve.
I'm good at non-trivial tasks.
Within the Brazilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan.
Have you considered seeking outside help?
From whom? The Children of the Stone? The Shemlin? Do you truly think they have time to spare for us?
You say you could perhaps destroy the curse, though?
There is no guarantee that this will work, as I suspect. But it's the only hope we have left.
I'll find this Witherfang for you.
I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brazilian forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck.
I need some equipment.
Then I suggest you see Master Verathorn. I will instruct him to put aside some supplies for you, the kind that the hunters use.
I have
Make
some
them
questions.
quick, if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya or Sayrel, the clan's storyteller, could provide you with answers just as easily.
How do I find him?
Watch for the white wolves. They are his eyes and ears in the forest.
White wolves. Okay.
I must return to care.
Thank you. Hey, you.
Andera Natishan, Grey Warden. My name is Lanaya. I am Zathrian's first, what you might call an apprentice, perhaps. I've been studying under the Keeper all my life. I am a bit curious of the outside world. Do you mind if I ask you a question or two?
Sure, go ahead. If you
I
like.
hear the human cities are very large. Thousands upon thousands of souls all packed together in their houses. Is that true?
Yeah, some are larger than the eye can see. Like 10 of
How
them.
very loud that must be with everyone talking all at once. I try to imagine those of our people living in such a place, surrounded by walls of stone and indifference. It is a difficult thought.
It isn't an easy life.
What about you? What was life like amongst the humans?
Terrible, horrible, absolutely crappy. The life I had was ruined by a human nobleman.
I'm saddened to hear that. You have my sympathies. It is said that one day we will have a land of our own. We Dalish gather the ancient wisdom in preparation for this. When that day comes, all elves, even those who have forgotten, will reclaim their former glory. I have one more question, though I'm not sure you can answer it. Do the humans ever regret what they did to us?
I'm sure some of them do, but I doubt they pay attention to it. It's just history.
How quickly they forget. A poet once wrote of them before the fall of the Dales. Like dragons they fly, glory upon wings. Like dragons, they savage, fearsome, pretty things. But you don't need me to quote poetry to you. Forgive me. Perhaps you have some questions of your own.
What can you tell me about Zathrian?
Nothing that you could not ask Zathrian himself. He is the keeper of this clan and has been for a very long time. He is also a very good man who has lost much. The Dalish are everything to him, and he would do anything to protect them.
Lost much? What has he lost?
He lost his family. A very long time ago. I don't know the story, but I understand the circumstances were horrific.
Why are the Dalish so hostile?
They have reason. Since the days of Arlathan, my people have been either subjugated or homeless.
I don't see why this option makes any sense. I am an elf. What is this Arlathan you mentioned?
It was our ancestral home, long ago when the humans first came to these lands. We were free then, and immortal. We did not know how to deal with the humans, and in the end, they turned their power against us and destroyed Arlathan. Our ancestors were enslaved, and our culture lost forever.
Does Arlathan still exist?
Not to my knowledge. According to the old tales, the human mages sank Arlathan into the ground, crushing it beneath the rock.
But the elves, were immortal?
They died, but not of an aged body as other races do. Not until the humans came. According to the legends, association with humans caused us to quicken. Our blood sped, and we began to age. So we avoided them naturally. And then we were enslaved by them for 1,000 years. And in so doing, we all were quickened permanently and our immortality destroyed. Or so the old tales say.
But you can get your lifespan back,
In
right?
time and with seclusion. We Dalish have lengthy lifespans, and they will get longer. Zathrian himself has lived many centuries, though that is unusual even for us.
The elves were freed,
Yes.
right?
After a millennium of slavery, our people were freed by Andraste, the human's prophet who spawned the Chantry.
But you don't worship the
We
Maker.
worship the creators, as we always have. We give thanks to Andraste for her part in our freedom, but we do not worship her, or her god.
Didn't Arlathan
The
fight back?
Tevinter Imperium was a force to be reckoned with. It was ruled by mages with powerful blood magic. Though Arlathan fought, they lost.
So you lost a war. You wouldn't be first.
One wonders why we weren't more prepared when the humans conquered our second homeland. We will be more cautious if we ever have a third.
Is there no way to get on your clan's good
It
side?
requires an individual to prove he is not the outsider we have come to expect. Your
Bitch, I'm an
own
elf.
Our clan is certainly a step in the right direction.
Like,
Certainly.
you know what? I'm done talking to you.
Please leave that
Let's
be.
see if we can-
If you have need of equipment, I am sure Master Verathorn can help you.
Zathrian said I could have what's inside here.
Please do not lie to me.
Okay, well, yeah. Should have expected that. Alright, let's go talk to you. What do you need, Athras?
I greet you, stranger. It is good to see another elf, even if you are not one of the wandering clans. I trust my people have not been too harsh in their treatment of you.
Nope. Everyone's been quite accommodating, actually.
We welcome our brethren, even if they have forgotten the old ways. That is our charge, after all. To keep the old lore alive until we can bring it back for all. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brazilian forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has forbidden me.
Forbidden
We are
you?
banned from entering the forest now. I have more cause than most, but I will not disobey my keeper.
Why do you want to enter the
Suppose
forest?
there's no harm in telling a fellow elf, but surely you have greater concerns than any problem of mine, no?
Just fucking tell me what you
Perhaps
need.
you could help me with it. I would certainly appreciate anything you could do. My wife Denilah and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Denilah is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her.
And if she was a werewolf, and the elf chased her and then found her, what then? Sweet, blissful reunion?
I don't know. Maybe she would know me as her love, even still?
More likely she would love to eat you.
If I could just know if Denilah is
Shale.
alive, or what happened to her,
Savage.
then I could be at peace.
I will seek
I have
her
an
out.
amulet made by our craftsman. It's not much, but I would be happy to you in return for any news.
Alright. Inks. We're gonna read about that after we do everything else. You know, I'm planning to read everything at the end of the game. Just go through the entire codex and all that fun stuff. But I'm thinking maybe I should just do a part every couple weeks where I just go through and read all the codex entries that we get. But, you guys can decide for that. What you would like to see more. Ooh, Scout's bow. Yay, more things. Mine, all mine. Can we go talk to Mithra? She's still over here.
I trust
Mithra.
there are no hard feelings about my questioning of you when you arrived. We Dalish must protect ourselves from trouble at all times.
I understand. Don't
Had we
worry.
known a Grey Warden was coming, we might have arranged a different reception. But I wish you good fortune with your task. Dareth Shiral.
Thank you. Goodbye, Mira. Right. Let's go talk to Varathorn.
Doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Varathorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Varathorn.
And so they should. Truly, the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, please forgive my distraction, stranger. Is there something that you need?
I was told you could supply me with equipment.
Yes. The Keeper sent word that you might ask me for such. I took the liberty of assembling some goods that our hunters use. I notice you've already found the chest I placed it in. Feel free to sort through and take whatever you found there, if you've not done so already.
Is there any other equipment you could
I have
spare?
nothing left that the clan could spare, but we do have goods that we were going to bring to the Shemlin villages to barter with. I'm
What
the
exactly
clan's
do you make?
craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest. Ironbark. The Keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
What if I found some iron bark for
I
you?
would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. Now, if you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you.
What kind of item
I
would you
excel
make?
in making blades from the ironbark, or perhaps a breastplate, provided there's enough wood, that is.
Very well. I'll take a look when I'm in the
That would
forest.
please me, so long as our hunters come first.
I would like
am
to
no
barter.
merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
There probably is. Dalish longbow. Oh, it has rapid aim as a thing already. That'd be nice. And it's better than what I have. By a lot, actually. I'll buy that. Elf flight arrows, fire arrows. Modifier crystal? A shell. Yeah, that's better. We're gonna have to come back and buy from you later. Don't need this anymore. Don't need this. Is scouts better than what I have? Oh, I had the Dalish longbow. I don't need anything else. I'm gonna keep these for now. Keep these for. Ooh, can I actually wear this stuff? I can. Okay. Actually better than what I'm wearing. By a lot. Beep, beep, beep. Beep. And now I have no money. But who cares? Oh, for... Okay, I can sell some of these. I don't need any of these. I never use them anyways. Fuck it. There we go. I got some gold now. I never really use anything but elf fruit to make potions. Deep mushroom. Yes, I know you can make a lot of things with the other stuff, but I've never found any need for potions aside. Ooh, silver. Anything we can sell here? Kind of need all this for later in the game, but it's not really that important, to be honest with you. I'll just sell it all. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. 4 gold. Would allow me to get elf rope if I really wanted it. Nature resistance. I think I'll keep the cinch on. Do I need anything from here? Nope. 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 Nothing I need. Nothing I need. Nothing I need. Alright. Good. Good, good, good. Now, let's equip. Alright, there we go. Danish longbow. Right, Morgan, where are you? There you go. Don't have any caddis for you yet, but there we go. We're all kitted out as a Dalish, so let's. What are you looking up at? Duriel. Okay, that makes sense. Anything else? God's Craft. Landmark tent. Well, you know what we have to do. Yep. Alright, let's go.
We few wanderers greet you, friend. We do not see many of our city brethren here in the woods. Would you help us break our fast?
I would like that.
Come then and sit. Join us by the fire. I am Cyril, the clan's tale-teller. I understand you are venturing into the haunted forest to save our hunters. I suspect your efforts may be in vain. An entire group of our hunters went into the forest to do as you intend, and they have not... An outsider to the rescue, but of course. What were we doing trying to solve our own problems?
I'm just trying to help.
Nothing will help us now. Least of all, the meddling of an outsider.
You are being most unkind, Cyril. Would you refuse our hunters' help simply because of the hand that offered it?
You shame me, Lethalan. I have allowed my bitterness to cloud my better judgment. Forgive me, Grey Warden. It is most difficult to forget the lessons the Shemlin have taught us. Perhaps I can yet make amends. Stay while I spin a tale for our children. And then I will tell you of the forest if you desire.
I'd like that. And, if you haven't noticed the ears, stop calling me a Shemlin. I'm not human!
Come and join us then, all of you.
Being dicks for no reason.
The elf wants to tell stories. Do we truly have time for such drivel?
I
yes,
imagine
Shale,
an
we have
ancient
time.
being such as yourself would have many stories to tell, hmm?
Indeed. I have 30 years' worth of tales involving pastoral village life and being defecated on by pigeons. Riveting stuff.
And far more than that, I suspect. Now, what say we tell the story of the fall of the Dales? Which of you children knows that best?
I think I do.
Yes? Then come, child. Oh, don't be frightened of the outsiders. Now, where do you suppose such a tale should begin?
When we were slaves?
Yes. Long ago, our people were slaves to an empire the Shemlin had built on the darkest magic. They took away our history and our language and left us nothing. And then that empire fell. We were freed.
Because Andraste came with her army, and Shartan joined her.
Yes. Andraste, the Shemlin prophet, came out of the south and challenged the Tevinter Imperium. our ancestor Shartan fought at her side. And when the rebellion came to an end, we were given a new homeland in the west, the Dales. We began to rebuild the culture and history we had lost in our years of slavery. We worshipped the creators and made the Dales our home. Perhaps you know what happened next, stranger. Do you know what happened to the Dales?
You got fucked. That's what happened. You were invaded.
Indeed. They resented that we would not worship their maker, and they resented our ways because they were so different from their own. The Shemlin nations grew cold towards the Dales. They called us blasphemers and tyrants, and declared war upon us. A great crusade.
You say that there was no reason for it. Not every human... Well, yeah, you say there's no reason for it.
I am certain we played a part in our downfall. We believed that the Shemlin would not revoke their prophet's gift so lightly. We were wrong. They took our lands, forcing us to abandon our gods and live as beggars in Shemlin cities. But there were those of us who refused to abandon our ways. They emblazoned the symbols of the creators upon their flesh and vowed to keep their ancient lore alive.
That's us. That's the Dalish.
Indeed, child. We chose to wander, homeless, rather than be ruled by the Shemlin. And all our clans wander alone until the day we have a homeland once more.
And we bring the old ways back to our people, because they have forgotten it all.
For we are the Dalish, the keepers of the lost law.
The walkers of the lonely path.
We are the Elvenan, and never again shall we submit. And that is the tale of the Dales, stranger. Thank you for allowing us to tell it to you.
Thank you. I enjoyed it very much.
Perhaps one day you will tell us a tale of your people. A day when you are not guest and stranger, but savior. Now, as I said I would, I can tell you what I know of the Brazilian forest. Do you wish to hear it?
Yes.
Before the Shemlin came, the Brazilian forest was a place of our ancestors that predated even our oldest homeland. The people of the Imperium came here and gave the forest its name. If they found traces of our ancestors, we cannot say. If they did, those elves were slain or enslaved. We know only that a great many battles were fought here. These trees grow upon the graves of those who fell, Shemlin and elves both.
And?
So much death in one place tore the veil into the beyond. The Shemlin know the beyond as the Fade, the place of dreams and spirits. When the veil is torn, spirits pass into our world freely. The legends say that one great spirit possessed the wolf that became Witherfang, who passed its curse of rage onto men and created werewolves.
So there are many spirits in the
forest?
forest?
Is said to be haunted. Spirits possess the trees, the wolves, even the bodies of the dead. They yearn for true life, you see.
How many werewolves are
Who
there?
knows? When the Shemlin lived in these parts, the curse would spread anew to a few of them with each passing year. They would run off into the forest, never to be seen again. Eventually, all the Shemlin left. One assumes the werewolves survive by passing their curse to their offspring. They have had no new blood. Until now, that is.
That's all I need to know.
One last warning. The forest is like a thing alive. It changes as it wills, closing paths behind you and opening up new ones. Too many have become lost within, unable to find their way out. Were I you, I would endeavor not to make the forest my enemy.
Right. You, what's your problem, Kevin?
Hello?
Hello yourself. Who are you?
I'm Kamen, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter.
So be one and stop wishing for it.
Never mind. Just go away and leave me alone. I told you to leave me alone.
And I'm not really...
Look, please just
I'm a
go
stubborn
away.
fuck.
I'm not worth your trouble. I told you to
Gammon.
leave me alone.
Tell me what your problem
I
is.
shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand.
Tell me. I might surprise you. I really want to intimidate
I
him.
suppose there's no harm in it. It's not like you can help me. I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of a beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gaina.
Girl problems, I see.
It's my heart's desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Gaina will never bond with me. I feel so helpless. I shouldn't have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery.
There must be a way to solve your
You
problem.
think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do.
And perhaps I could talk to Gaina
I
for
suppose
you.
you could, but what good would that do? The situation hasn't changed.
I could be pretty persuasive.
Really? I'm willing to try anything.
Can't hurt.
Cyranas, oh ma Cyranas, I will pray to the goddess of love that you are successful.
Now there's a way for me to fuck this up. So I'm gonna go ahead and save. I don't want to fuck it up. Because it leads to a very pretty ceremony. Gaina.
Andaran Atishan, outsider.
You're Gaina, correct? Common
You
mentioned you.
spoke to him? What did he say?
He said that you refused to give him your hand.
I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Kamen. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I?
If you love him, it doesn't matter what he is, does it?
But what if he never becomes a proper hunter? What will become of our family?
If you love him, then believe in him and help him
Oh,
succeed.
you are right. I have made poor Kamen miserable. No wonder he cannot complete his hunt. Masiranas, thank you. You have helped me put this into perspective. I will go and speak to Kamen. Kamen, I have been a fool.
Gaina? What do you mean? Have you changed your mind?
I have. The outsider has helped me to see that I was wrong. I have made you miserable, and I should not have.
But what about my hunt?
I don't care about that. I know you will pass your hunt in time, and we will be happy. Us and our children.
Thank you, Gaina. You've made me a happy man. I feel blessed by the gods today. We are both very grateful for the part you've played in bringing us together.
How marvelous you are. I am so happy.
Does anyone else feel the urge to vomit? No?
Morgan.
It's just me.
Come on.
Here, take this. It's been in my family for a very long time, but I hope it plays some part in your battle against the Darkspawn. It's the very least we could do.
Alright. That's done, and Morgan hates me again. Of course. Of course she does. What did we get? What the fuck did we get? What the hell is this? That's gonna be a codex entry, isn't it? Books and stuff. Yep, there it is. Oh dear Jesus. Okay, we'll do that later. We've done a lot of talking and stuff in this episode already.
I am done.
I'm sure you guys are getting kind of tired of talking. Don't worry, it'll be done soon. Fenrirel. Or Fenrirel. I think it's Fenrirel. Not Fenrirel, like I've been saying it. Alright. Just gonna go ahead and take everything that's... Yep, there we go. More things. Ooh! Is that better than the Dalish glove I just bought? Because if it is, I'm going to be very upset. Nope. Okay. Good. Oh. What's my... can I change my party? I need someone with survival skills, and I think that's going to have to be Liliana. Can Liliana level? That's the question. No. What is your survival skill? Herbalism, survival. Fuck. Well. Okay. Okay. I may not be able to do what I want to do with this. Let's try it.
Who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending to the Hala, I did not hear your approach.
What is a
They
Hala?
are the noble beasts that pull our Aravel. What humans call land ships. They are our companions and our guides.
You make them sound like friends.
That is exactly what they are, in fact. We ride the Hala, but never with reins or a saddle. It is the Hala who decide where to lead us, and our privilege that they take our Aravel with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship, and not servitude.
So why have you separated this one from the
I
others?
fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. The curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal. And it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery, for her sake as well as that of the others.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful.
Try to calm the Hala.
No. No, I'm sorry. She isn't calming any more around you than she...
Please let this work.
And? What do you think?
Alright.
It is as I thought then. And there is no point in delaying the inevitable. Let us make an end to it. Lonely Hala, lost in the rain. See the lights, how they shine in the sky. Let them guide your way home. Dara Shiral, my dearest friend, farewell. It is customary for the herder to take the antlers of a fallen Hala. I give them to you, friend. Bring them to Master Verathorn and he will make you a gift from them.
Thank you, that is most kind.
As were you.
I mean, yeah, sure. I was the kindest person in the world. Yep, it's not like I lied or anything to get these gifts.
What do you wish?
Hey, Verathorn. Elora told me I could bring these to you.
So the Hala is dead at last, is she? I told Elora it was better to end it sooner than later. But the Hala are her province, poor girl. Our tradition dictates that we honor our fallen friends by reshaping their horns into keepsakes. Come, apprentice. Let us begin. And we are done. The apprentice did an excellent job, I think. Treasure it. For it is the last gift the Hala can bequeath.
Sweet. What did we get? Hollow horn. 10 mental. That's useless. 10 mental vision. Alright, whatever. Fine, fuck it. Don't care. Alright, let's go. I think that's all we can do here, so let's head out into the forest and get this started. After an hour of nothing but talking to people and no fighting, we can finally go do something. Yay! I've killed 311 things and only 13 demons and undead. I've killed 67 people though. Alright, let's go.
More forests. Here I thought I had left the wilds behind for good.
Oh, I should probably try and change it. Well, too late now. So it's... I need a tank. I need a tank. Sorry, we're gonna have to go back to the changed party. Sorry guys, one sec. As sad as it seems, I'm gonna take the dog out and replace it with Shale. For now, because I can just bring a wolf with me. So let's go. Where's
Yes.
Wolf, please. Oh. Alright, let's go. Bringing a wolf to kill werewolves. Smart idea. Hey, Liliana, I need to upgrade you a little bit. Cunning to it. Absolutely useless. Yeah, okay. We should be fine. 6, 120, resistance, scout's bow. I have the wild's bow. Let's go.
I shall do it.
What?
Shall be done.
What?
Don't give them the advantage.
Get them, boys. Or girls. Sorry.
I never liked this part.
Double rapid fire.
I shall do it.
Now you fall! Here comes trouble!
What? No more? Oh.
Okay. Hello, Swift Runner.
The Watchwolves have spoken truly, my brothers and sisters. Another of the Dalish come to put us in our place. Come to make us pay for our attack.
You speak? I thought werewolves were savage beasts.
We are beasts, but we are no longer simple and mindless. Let that thought chill your spine. You speak to Swift Runner. I lead my cursed brothers and sisters. Turn back now. Go back to the Dalish and tell them that you have failed. Tell them we will gladly watch them suffer the same curse we have suffered for too long. We will watch them pay.
I'd prefer to talk to you. I mean you no harm.
Was it not Zafrian who sent you? He wishes only our destruction, never to talk.
Is there no way this can be resolved peacefully?
The time for peace is long past. There will be no peace between the elves and we who are cursed.
Why do you hate the Dalish so much?
You know nothing, do you? Nothing of us, and even less of those you serve. You are a fool, and we are done talking. Run from the forest while you can. Run to the Dalish and tell them they are doomed.
I don't want to fight, but neither can I retreat.
I do not wish to fight you either, but we cannot trust you. Come, brothers and sisters, let us retreat. The forest has eyes of its own, and it will deal with intruders as it always has.
So the plot thickens, yes? And here's the reason I wanted Liliana to be here. Hey Liliana, I have something for you.
Flowers? For me? They're beautiful.
These are your mother's flowers, aren't they?
These were her favorite. I haven't seen these in such a long time. They smell just like Mother used to. Thank you. Thank you so much for remembering.
I mean, you just told us like an hour ago. Yeah, more cunning. Yes, we are going back the way we came. Whenever I go into these kind of maps, I always do all of the things. Okay, good. Back at the start. Okay, now we go back. If I remember correctly, there is someone around here. I think maybe it's on the other side, where a hunter of the Dalish. Well, there's a skeleton. Not what I thought. I'm realizing I brought Morgan and Shale. Could be interesting. I've never really brought those two.
Shall be done.
Oh shit, who? Wait, what?
Say.
Oh, rabid werewolves? Oh, there's a bunch.
Very well.
Liliana is dead. Liliana is already dead. So is my wound. You better heal yourself. Okay. Liliana, take an injury kit. Wolf, heal yourself, please. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, we can go down there. But first, some iron bark together. God damn it. Darkspawn. Oh shit, there's an ogre. Kill that. Kill that now. Kill it. Kill it quickly. For the love of Christ, block him. Alright. Wasn't too bad. Hey, Morgan. Do me a favor, yeah? Roswell.
Here I am.
We're still doomed.
As you say.
It is a fine thing we've
Iron bar, please. Thank you. Let's go exploring. More.
Very well.
Go it. Nobody likes you.
I shall do it.
You'll die. Oh, this one. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a rough one. This fight's probably gonna be the most well, the next couple of fights against these things that we're about to see. It's about to get really rough. Wait, where? Can I not do it yet? Oh, I have to come back here later, don't I? Okay. Okay. Well, it lined up too bad then. Uneasy feeling, yeah. We should be able to trigger it. We'll have to go to the next place and see if we can get it started there then. I gotta go down there. Come on, let me down. Thank you. Wish I could just jump down, but nope. Thanks for the save.
Very well.
Ow.
You say.
You should run while you can.
More enemies ahead!
It is begun. Very well. As you say.
Here comes trouble! Let's see, we are not alone. You cannot win!
Oh dear.
Time to end this civil existence.
Very well.
Good! Another down!
Watch out!
Awesome.
It is begun.
Okay. Anything up here? No. Okay. Back down we go.
What manner of beast be thee that comes before this elder tree?
How is it you can talk?
How do I speak? The same as you. I form the words and sound them true. Now I have answered a query of thine, but thou hast yet to answer mine.
Can't you see me?
Ah, yes, I remember thee. Long ago, the elves roamed free, their numbers few and passing fast, until one eve we saw their last. Allow me a moment to welcome thee. I am called the Grand Oak, sometimes the Elder Tree.
It rhymes? 'Tis a rhyming tree. One can only imagine what manner of spirit is involved here.
And unless thou think'st it far too soon, might I ask of thee a boon?
Why do you speak in
I
rhyme?
do not know. Why dost thou not? Thy words seem plain, a mundane lot. Perhaps a poet's soul's in me. Does that make me a poetry?
A poetry. Yeah, I get
It was but a simple jest, a jibe to entertain my guest.
What's this boon you
I
mentioned?
have but one desire, to solve a matter very dire. As I slept one early morn, a thief did come and steal an acorn.
And you want it back?
All I have is my being, my seed. Without it, I am alone indeed. I cannot go and seek it out, yet I shall die if left without.
I could look for your acorn. What's in it for me?
My wooden skin has some magic, see, and part of it I can give to thee.
I would prefer you help me find Witherfang.
In the center of the forest the wares do dwell, or so go the tales my fellows tell. But they cannot be followed there. The forest doth protect the wares.
And your wood can get me into the
The
center?
forest would see thee as a tree, and so no harm would come to thee.
That sounds like a fine
Whilst
reward.
thou then perform the task, whilst thou save me as I ask?
Very
Go
well.
to the east to find this man. I shall await. Do what thou can.
Okay. Ooh. Campsite. Pirate smokes possesses embers enough to build into a small flame, but there are no signs of
How
any
odd.
inhabitants.
A camp with no campers, complete with fire and warm blankets. Rather inviting, would you not say?
More suspicious than uninviting. You get no hint of danger, though it strikes you as odd that the camp is abandoned. Perhaps searching the camp will give more clues as to its nature. Yeah, we're gonna save. We're gonna save, I said. Thank you. You'll notice I'm saving a lot in this area. Yeah. That's gonna be a thing. Look inside the tent and are surprised by how dry and cozy it feels. It is clean but empty. What a pleasant place to rest your head.
Wow, that is a nice tent. Could we sleep here? This seems like the perfect spot. And I am just so tired.
We can't leave yet. We need to stay alert. It takes all your strength to step back from the tent. A wave of weariness washes through you, despite your efforts to resist it. Bedroll. You examine the bedroll. It looks clean and warm. You feel like you haven't slept in ages. It would be so nice to curl up and sleep.
I find it difficult to move. We should leave this place at once, before we are frozen in place forever.
Sleeping here would be bad. I think we should leave. You turn away from the bedroll, only reluctantly. The lure of sleep is almost overpowering. Fire pit next, I guess. Yep. Alright. You examine the remains of the fire pit. It has been untended for several hours at the most. The embers draw you in, almost hypnotizing.
Do not look in the fire. It draws my strength. Perhaps we should sit down. Rest.
Can you feel the power here? What is this? Unable to resist this strange siren call, you trudge back to the tents and quickly collapse and drift off into a blissful sleep.
Yes. As you wish.
Why is everyone else asleep? Shale does not need to sleep. Why? Why are you asleep?
As you wish. I shall do it. Wipe them out! Tear them apart! So be it.
Keep killing it, Morgan.
I am your death!
I believe in you. You. Son of a bitch. Load last save. I should have healed quicker. I wasn't paying attention to the health. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh.
Looking for little old me?
No. I'm looking to try. Let me look at the fire rate.
Do not look in the fire.
Yep.
Wow, that is a nice tent.
We went through this. I want to know what's going on. We're not leaving. Blah, blah, blah.
I shall do it.
Oh shit.
I see.
Ow. Bastard. Give me health. Whoa, whoa. That was a lot worse than last time. Oh dear. This is bad.
Do not.
I find it difficult to move. We should leave.
I feel it too. You need to stay awake. Oh shit.
Begin the onslaught.
Okay, I don't even know if this is gonna work on him. Don't look like it. Health. Oh, please heal. Please heal. Morgan, you need to heal. Thank you. Okay. Die. Alright. Alright, that went well. The shade destroyed, the fog seems to lift. The camp that was here is ancient, and the remnants of the shade's victims lie as if sleeping still.
A hungry spirit luring those who pass to their rest and their doom. One might wonder how it learned this trick. No matter, it shall prey on no one else.
Hello.
I believe everyone is injured from that. Yep. Everyone's great. Just great.
Very well.
Don't know how a golem could get injured, but you know, whatever. You require a regular injury kit because you suck. Alright. Morgan. Guys, you need to get out of the way. You've got to get out of my way. I gotta loot everything here. Nature stone. Fire arrows. That wasn't too bad. But, oh god, Barbari. Too bad I can't change my party. Oh well. To the east. Oh, it's over in the next part of the forest, right? Okay. Thanks for the save, game.
It is begun.
Where? Oh, God. Die. Oh, my wolf's gone. That's not nice. Okay, there we go. Fine. Ooh, injury kit, thanks. Alrighty. Oh. Now, I believe there's a second part to the forest. Yeah, there's a part here, and we can go up there, but, let's go this way. Southeast forest. Take some uproot.
Let us go.
And, by the way,
Indeed.
I need to remove that.
More enemies ahead!
Doesn't really work on bows.
Looks like we might be in for another fight.
I shall do it.
I'm gonna have to make dinner soon. Wait, who died? Oh, Liliana's dead? Oh, and my wolf's gone. Of course it's gone. Why would I summon it anyways.
Shall be done.
Go. Alright, perfect.
A pretty pattern.
Okay, let's go talk to Denilah.
Please. Help. Listen. I am not the mindless beast I appear to be.
What happened?
I am cursed. Turned into this creature. The curse, it burns in me. I fled into the forest. The werewolves, they took me in, but I had to return. I had to. You are an elf, but not one of the Dalish. I was until my change. Have you seen my clan?
You are a Dalish who has already become a werewolf, then.
Just scant days ago. So, you know what happened to us.
You're heavily wounded. Let me try to heal you.
I cannot be healed. Not even by magic. Please, you must listen. My name is Denilah. My husband, he is called Athras. Please, you must bring him a message.
Oh, the poor woman. She's in such pain.
The staff I wear. Bring it to him. Tell him I love him. Tell him I am dead with the gods. I beg you.
I spoke to Athos. He worries about you.
I want him to be at peace. He is a good man. Please do not let him suffer thinking of me. Oh, the pain. The curse is fire in my blood. Please, hand it for me. Hand it quickly.
There must be a way to heal you.
Magic will not work against the curse. Ah, you must end it.
I can't do that. I'll take you back to the camp.
No! You must not see me like this.
Okay, well. Are we trying to do it without killing her? It seems I must kill her. Alright, so what's the quest? Give a scarf to her husband Athos. Yep. This is the upper, yep, north exit. Okay. All right. So go that way. Let's go this way. Let's take the upper path first.
I shall do it.
Bears! Oh, lovely. Just what I always wanted. There we go. Let me loot. Loot. Air pelts are worth. Well, fine. Fuck you too. Oh. Fuck you too then. Glad I killed you.
More foul darkspawn.
Oh shit. No, pinning shot, please. Pinning shot. Break his armor, break his armor. Don't even try it. Give me what you got, Mr. Ogre. Hurry up. Alrighty. That wasn't too bad.
How many of these things must we wait?
Oh, definitely. Okay, well. Wolf alone.
It speaks.
Shale. Alright now. Gimme. Bones, rubble, steel spike power. Gravestone. Air seems naturally cold, runes of warden are carved on the surface. Let's mess it up.
I think they've seen us. I shall do it.
Oh, nice. Revenant's here. It's gonna be a big. This is a big problem. I forgot that there was a Revenant here. Actually, I really did. Oh, God. last save me? Oh. Oh. Well, alright guys, that's where we're gonna end it for the day. I'll do more later, probably.